Hello YouTube and welcome to another video. Today I'm going to have a look at my Commodore Amiga setup. Right. What's special about this Amiga is, apart from it's mine, as I got it from FreeCycle, which I got it for absolutely nothing. This is the third Amiga I've owned. I've had a couple of 600s beforehand, but this is a 500, so it came in the original box, everything, Screen Gems pack. All the games are there, so we got Days of Thunder, which is terrible, Service 2, which is good, Nightbreed, it's okay, Back to the Future, okay-ish. So in the box, you originally would have got everything you needed to play the system. So that's the machine itself, power cables, etc, etc, etc. Now, the 500, that's the big ass thing, yes, big machine, big machine. Right, 500 looks very similar to 500 Plus. Obviously 500 came first. Half a meg of RAM, 512. Kickstart Workbench version 1.3, which is fine for the early games. For the later stuff, you really want the Kickstart 2, like the 600 had, or the 600 and the 500 Plus, and obviously the 1200 Kickstart 3, which you need the AJ chip. You can change the. However, all you do is pop open the case, pull out the ROM chips, and dump in replacements. So I've pulled out the ROM chips in this. Put in Workbench 2.04, which is the same one as the 500 Plus. Also in the bum, there's a expansion port. So I've got half meg RAM expansion, so we're up to 1 meg of RAM. In the back, I don't know if you'll be able to see this very well. There's the modulator. I don't know if you'll be able to see that very well on camera. Sticks out here. Now, this plugs into the, well, I suppose what you'd call you plug the monitor into. Out the back, put what you'd call the aerial cable to your old TV back in the day, and the sound would come from left and right, go into the modulator and output. What I've done is I've took the sound left and right into a SCART video from the modulator, which is an output. Fire up. Now, mouse here, standard 2-button affair, nice. As you can see, it's pretty badly yellowed. I mean, that's the proper colour Amiga should be, not this colour here. I have to try some retro brighting on that in the future. Power supply problems with this machine. My power supply blew up, so I basically built a hybrid old AT power supply and the old Amiga cables. Works perfectly well. In fact, it starts to give more power than it needs. Runs a lot quieter too. Right, my setup also has a hard drive, and this thing is a heavy machine. It's an A590. They came in 40 meg and 20 meg. This is a 20 meg version. Plugs into the side expansion pack here. Obviously this one you can only use in the 500 and the 500 Plus. The later Amigas had PCMA card slots where you could plug in CD-ROM drives and other bits and bobs, as well as hard drives. You can also put a hard drive in this, so you can, CD-ROM drives, so you can play Amiga CD32 games, although not many people do that. Right, now as you can see, the thing is huge. So I'm going to fire it up now. Now, another thing about this machine, this has its own power supply, its own power brick, which is a nightmare because it needs loads of power to fire the thing up. So, let's fire up. So, firing up now, you can see the TV here. Apologise about the banding and everything, but and we have a dark screen. No, here we go, we're loading. Here we go, Amiga DOS. See the later version. It's loading up now. Just move the camera a bit closer actually. That's a bit better for you. I'm also going to increase the volume a bit on the TV. So, I've already pre-installed the what we call Workbench on this, which is a Amiga operating system. I mean, it's a graphical user interface far superior to what other machines had at the time, in my opinion. I mean, 2 mouse buttons, right click brings up your menus here. This is Workbench, this is the hard drive itself. Double click, nice GUI. Got a couple of games installed. Here we go, Blue Byte. I'm going to play History Line 1914 to 1918. Now this is one of the worst games for disk swapping I can think of, but obviously installing on the hard drive makes perfect sense. So let's fire it up. You want the British version, not the German. Hello. It's like 1914, 1980. You can see it loads pretty quick. Hit the spacebar. This is one of my favourite Amiga games. I'm a history buff and, well, it's accurate-ish. So, start. Six side Germans are the following. So we'll set the French in this particular encounter. Again, the hard drive loading times are okay. I mean, at the time, this was a godsend. This is like the holy grail when you had an Amiga at the time, was to have a hard drive. So it saves all the disk swapping. I mean, I used to have, when my Amiga had a couple of external floppy drives, you could daisy chain them up to 4, so you could get multiple disc games if it supported it. Now, History Line here is a turn-based strategy game. So as you can see on the right hand side of the screen here, I have to, there's two different phases, there's movement and there's attack phase. I'm in the attack phase, so obviously the computer's thinking next to me. Control by the mouse, and I believe, because I've got a Master System control pad wired in the second joystick port in the back of the Amiga. Yes, you can. You can use it as a controller as well, which is good. As you can see, the computer's making its moves. I'm waiting on the computer companion its moves, so I can do mine. Even now, I love this game. I'm terrible at it. It's extremely hard, but absolutely love it. Almost finished making these moves. You can see here. Hopefully, you can hear the music. Okay, it's not particularly right. It's good that it's coming through stereo rather than usual mono. So F1 and mode change. Now I'm in movement mode, so you can see I move my cursor here. See if I've got diamonds. Here we go. Cavalry. Oh. Oh. Yeah, we'll change modes. Now I'm in attack. Now I'm in movement mode. So see how we can move my cavalry up to here. However, I should be a command to quit this game and back to the menu. Oh, that's shut off. I've turned the sound off. Anyway, I just thought I'd show you my Amiga setup here. I'm going to go on and play some History Line, 1914. So, thanks for watching, everybody. I'll catch you next time. Bye bye.